sure the audio's all good. Thank you back. Glory back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Few tech issues in pre-season. We do have them. We are all human. And Pajana will get it up and away. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I think that just double checking. That's what I need to do. Right. Should. Oh, I'm having tech issues now.
Oh, what's
I'm
wrong?
getting you coming through now. Right. Is everyone coming
Sorry?
through?
Am I coming through? Let's see.
Is Pajana coming through?
I hope so. Am I or not?
No. Is Pajana? Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Yeah, sorry. So I'm listening to the stream as well to see if you were coming through. You are coming through. We are all sorted, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for letting us know. Just let us know if there's any issues in the chat. Yes, we are there. Yeah, it's probably both old fart syndrome because I'm an old person as well. So, well, not old, but we get there in the end, don't we? Technology is a big problem for us old people, Joe. The man lost. Are you there, Pajama? Oh, we lost him. I've lost him in the Discord. Oh, he's back.
I'm back. Hopefully I can hear you guys now. Just disconnected and reconnect. I can hear you fine, mate, but can everyone hear me, though? That's the thing.
Yep, I'm going to just make sure. Can everyone hear?
It's pre-season. Who cares?
Yeah,
no one cares about pre-season.
Oh, they do. Trust me, these guys do.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's pre-season.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Just turn your mic up just
a
tad.
Okay.
Just a tad. Just a tad.
Just a tad. Radio, no worries. Okay, no problems at all. I'll get the volume up.
All right, let's get into this before we talk absolutely rubbish before the end of this race. But what is your thoughts of Abu Dhabi, Pajala, in the track in itself?
Oh, mate, look, let's be honest. It's not one of my favourite trucks, but I do like what they've done. The changes obviously has encouraged overtaking a little bit. I mean, obviously, you know, Max Verstappen's famous 2021 Mac dive bomb, which I'm sure gives Lewis nightmares. But look, it's a much better track than it was originally, and yeah, we'll see what comes out of it. But yeah, definitely not one of my favourites. And I believe there's better tracks. Brazil, where you could probably finish the season, but that's me.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I enjoy this track. This was actually the first ever track I won a race in Rush, so this track is quite close to me, so which is good to see. Anyway, enough of Abu Dhabi. Let's talk about some of the drivers.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, you would know the drivers a lot better than me. This is my first time at Rush, so I'll let you go away with that. Yep.
Yep, no worries. We've got Brian on the grid tonight. He's done at 23.016. He is very, very close there between him and Kazuto. There's not much difference at the moment there between those two. So we could see a little bit of an interesting fight there for the finale, for the battle, and also for pole position. We've then got Kazuto in the Haas. We've got Jetman in the Haas. Bred, the TP of Alpine, in the Alpine. Daniel T in the McLaren. There's two Daniels. It's going to be difficult to do this because one's Daniel T and one's Daniel P, but he's known as someone else, Dotty, so we won't get confused there. We've got Slushy in P6 in the Red Bull, Tyler in the other Alpine in P7, Spotty Dotty in the V Cup in P8, Optimus Tryhard in the Mercedes P9. Bunga Bronco in P10, who had a fantastic night here the other night in Division 4. So what's he going to do here tonight? We'll have to wait and see. Cristiano Chick, known as Wogjet in P11. Karubi in P12. First debut tonight for him, so it'll be an interesting race to see where he is going to place himself along this grid. Full Guy in P13 in the Mercedes. The OG Cookie in the Kick in P14. Noah Hooney in P15. The Williams. Toe! Just not thumb, not fingers, but just toe in P16. Claire in P17. She is fantastic. She is our only female driver in the league, apart from customer relations, which is known as my wife. Then we've got Brandy in P18, and then Nishka in P19. So a few names that you probably don't know, Pajala, but a few names you probably do know.
Exactly. Now, I was looking through, is Claire from Japan, or is she just sporting the Japanese flag?
I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure.
I
think she could be from Australia. I'm not sure. Well, I hope so, because connection would be a problem.
Exactly.
But she's fantastic. She is a fantastic driver. She obviously hasn't been driving for a while, but when she gets the rhythm, she's fantastic. You can see there though, a V-carb, no front wing, so an absolute carnage there for that V-carb in Spotty Dotty. So they've had a bad accident there. Lost the whole complete front wing, which you don't really normally see it that bad. So yeah, I don't know if that's a technical glitch or if that is actually what's happened to that car. Nishka's left the session. Hopefully we can get him back in. I will send him an invite in a second. We've got 42 seconds. Pajala, I'll let you take away the last 30 seconds to see who we're going to get pole position.
Okay, so who are we going to ride on board with? I will start, if it's okay with you, I'll start with the Haas of X-Kaz. That's good enough. He's coming around through the hotel section now. Currently with a 118, this is obviously going to be a warm-up lap, and he is obviously invalidated. He's currently our pole sitter. 122.931. Obviously, Brian and Jetman are the closest. He's coming to box, so he's done his dash. Next one across the line is going to be Brian. He's coming down into the end of sector 2. We're at the 50-metre mark, and he flicked the tail in, but he was able to manage to keep it up through the gears, through the fit. Approaching speeds just under 280 k's as he comes through here, brakes hard into the hotel section. He's gone green sector, but he's slightly slower into sector 2, so he's going to have to improve if he wants to take Kaz for pole. Around here in the last section of 3, we've got a 122.8 from Daniel Gold's pole in the McLaren. Across the line goes Brian Taylor. Does he improve? He does, but only for P2. Jetman, he's also coming through the stadium section. He's currently P4. He's probably going to be the last one to challenge. He is going to go on green, but has he improved enough to actually snatch pole or get himself improved? Comes through the last corner, accelerating away across the line for the final time, up for P4, and I reckon that's done. Gov, maybe Jetman, that's it. So Daniel's our pole sitter with a 122.805. Brian closing in just 1/10 away, and in less than a tenth, you've got Kaz, who obviously went out early, and it hasn't paid dividends for him.
Yeah, no, obviously leaving it a little bit late on some of the times there, but fantastic times. Look at that. He's only a 10th in it. Yes. Very, very close on the times. Look at that. I'm just going to look at those times as we see. Look at that. It's literally 5 tenths from P10 to P1. Phenomenal to see. And obviously a few of those guys, which are in the division below, so you would see some of those times a little bit slower there.
That's good.
Staying in division 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and then you got Claire's was less than a second, or a second a bit, to Claire down in P18. So that's a pretty good performance to start off with. It's a pre-season, so we'll see how it goes.
Yep, going to be very interesting to see, and some fantastic laps. But no, congratulations to the pole winner there as well, and really good to see how close they are as well. And I will just say this is the biggest division in the draft with numbers, so which is actually quite hard to believe because Division 3 struggled last season. So good to see. A lot of changes, but Daniel T taking pole position in the McLaren, 122.805. Brian, who has been fantastic in pre-season, 22.902, so a 10th just under a tenth off. And then Kazuto, a brand new driver as well, 22.931. So really interesting there, and a really good night so far for Haas. So Fat Cat, the Haas TP, would be quite interesting to see that when he goes into the draft on Friday night, Pajama.
Yeah. Fair enough. And I suppose the question for Fat Cat is Humphrey B. Bear his sidekick as well, I'd imagine. But that's for the oldies who would know what Fat Cat is, who was a character when I grew up in my very young years. But anyway, there we go.
I probably don't get what he's saying because I'm not old enough.
Exactly. And I reckon there's a lot of people on the stream are looking and going, what the hell are you talking about? So
I'm in a car.
There you go.
I'm in a car. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in a car. What is this game doing?
Yeah. Oh, no. Congratulations.
Thanks,
well
mate.
done. You must be really excited. P20 for you. The Gov. Hopefully you've got, don't forget your setup, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget your setup.
Well, I'm trying to invite another driver that we're waiting to get on board with Nishka. But if anyone can invite Nishka, that would be fantastic. I have no idea why I'm in a car. This game obviously thinks I want to race, but we are going to go on board with me straight away. I'm going to retire as soon as we get off the line anyway. So I'm just trying to get Nishka in as soon as I can.
The problem is you're the one streaming. So, you can go to spectator mode once you retire, can't you?
Yeah.
So I'm going to run it off the top here. 3, 4, 5. 5 lights, get started, Governor. You've got 1 lap to make it count before you retire. He didn't even get off the line. At the back of the grid comes the green wheelie bins of the Governor across the line. Daniel leads us away into turn 1 as he comes down to this tricky 2-3 section. Daniel's leading away from Brian. Cato in third. I'm just going to call him Kaz. Jetman in the Haas. So the Haas's lead 3 and 4 with Buckeye and the Ferrari in P5, Tyler P6 as they sweep around the first hairpin, and we've got a safety car already caused by the streaming man himself. Didn't get off the line. He'll not too sure if the TPs are tuning in on this one, but put that in your logbooks just to make sure that, is he worthy of seat? Who knows? But we do have a full case safety car or virtual safety car to start off this race. Riding on board here with Daniel. Should be going green anytime now. Have we still got your Gov?
Yes, I'm still here. I was just letting you take it away. I've made it really slow for everyone.
No,
I've made it even. It's really even for everyone now.
Fair enough then. Beautiful, beautiful. Congratulations anyway. We're still under virtual safety car. Riding on board, we're here with Daniel. Shouldn't be too long to go. And then we'll be able to get the racing as they're coming through sector 3. But it was a pretty clean start. They all sort of seem to go in single file around turn 1. No sort of shenanigans. It is a pre-season race, so you don't want to show all your cards this early. But obviously you want to put a good performance. The VSC is now ending. So we're going to go back live to racing. And it is going to be Daniel. They all seem to go single file down here onto the front straight. Daniel leads into turn 1. Kaz, Brian. Tyler in P5 with Cristiano bucking. Now, the Alpine of Breadman has been able to make an overtake there outside of turn 2 on Ops. So that's a pretty good pass there. Don't usually see an overtake. But also, Ops in P9 says, I'll take my position back. Thank you very much. And just darts up on the inside, Max Verstappen style, and reclaims that lead, so takes P9. Sorry, Gov, take it over because they're going to be seeing your stream more than me.
Yeah, no drama. We've got Bread in P8 then Optimus Tryhard still going side by side. It looks like a Ferrari is going into it there. Brandy then sets it into P10 there. Great start from him. Has a little bit of a contact in front as well, a bit of debris, and we've got the 2 Ferraris going at it. Brandy and Bunker Bronco, and Bunker Bronco is all over the place. He's teleporting from left and right and maybe into space, so connection's not the best there for Bunker Bronco, which is causing issues everywhere at the moment, and hopefully lots of people getting past, hopefully safe and sound. Brandy is now behind his teammate with those glitches and those problems at the moment, so hopefully that doesn't cause him problems. Jump on board with the POV of Brandy, goes for the outside move there, and Bunker Bronco disappears into space yet again. So this is very difficult for Brandy to maintain pace on the guy in front, but also being absolutely hounded by Spotty Donny behind. And he is trying to get the move done with the catalyst of his teammate in front. So a few issues going up in front there. Going back down at the bottom, we've got Noah Hui in that Williams. Nishka in P18, he is in the lobby, which is good to see. We've got Karibi into the pits very early onto those hards. So a little bit of an issue there. We've only got one retirement, which was myself. I have no idea why they put me in the game, but they have. Daniel T is in pole position. Kazuto's in P2. We've got Brian in P3, and it looks like it's going to be a nice little DRS battle here. And I'm going to jump on board with Jetman because he's just made the move on Tyler.
That's right. So Kaz has been able to jump Brian there from P2 to P3 as well. So that's a good little overtake. So the Haas's obviously, hopefully they can work together here and get a better result. But right now, Jetman's just outside of DRS of Brian. So the top three, they're starting to get away.
Yeah, they are. And he really does need to maintain the gap. We do have a driver in here. Mishka, are you driving and commentating at the same time, my friend?
I am not, mate. I'm not in the game, mate.
No, is it your AI?
Yeah, that's an AI. Yeah. I can't get in.
You can't get in? I'll see if I can try and send you an invite. Let's see if we.
No, I like my wheels like cactus.
Oh, it's cactus.
Yeah, like I need to update and everything. Like I can't use it physically.
Okay.
Can't use it.
All right. Well, look at this. We're lucky we've got 3 commentators.
Yeah, I was in a rush trying to get home. Sorry, boys. And yeah, that's what happens.
Very good. Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll just have to switch over to Ted Kravitz from the pit blue and the Williams. Just give us an update from time to time there, Nish. See how you're going and see if you can get that steering wheel fixed. Anyway, all of the leaders, and Kaz is looking up on the inside, thinks better of it. Ooh. As they come to the end of the. He got a little bit twitchy, but he thought better of it there, Gov, and he thinks better of it. He's coming down here, deploys DRS for a second time, looks up on the inside. Daniel defending very well, but he goes on the outside, Kaz, and does a bit of a kamikaze around the outside. Thank you very much. I'll have a bag of chips and takes P1. Good pass.
Great move from Kazuto there, and Daniel T is still going to put the pressure on, but look at this battle going on here. Top 4 at the moment is fantastic. We've got Jetman, Brian, Daniel, and Daniel T and Kazuto. Hassas in P1 and P4 will obviously definitely be lighting up the eyebrows of Fat Cat looking at this race at the moment. Tyler Mandavian P5, where has he come from? Has he been practicing or not? We'll have to wait and see, as he's in P5 in the Alpine of TP of Bread in P7, Wogjet in P6 at the moment, but everyone is very, very close, and then there's a big gap down there from P13, as we can see. We've got Slushy in at P13, 3.6 seconds behind Spotty Dotty at the moment, but at the moment, I'm going to push over to you, Nishka. It's a battle of the teams. We've got VCAR P11 and 12, Ferrari 9th and 10th, Alpine 7th and 5th, and Haas 4th and 1st.
Yeah, there's some interesting battles going on, mate, in amongst the field here. Fresh faces that I'm seeing there too. Bucky Bronco doing a pretty good job actually tonight there in P10 as well. I'm seeing. Yeah, Jetman. I think it's the first time we've probably seen him this season. Going well in P4 at the moment, mate.
No, doing a great job.
Doing pretty well.
And back to you, Pajana, for the battle with Brian, who's getting very close to Benny.
Yes, absolutely. It is. This top 4 is sort of battling away. Tyler is hanging on in P5, trying to stay inside DRS, but Jetman is he's all over the back of the RB of Brian. He's not relenting on this pressure as they go through the hotel area. Coming out, and Kaz is just starting to stretch his legs. He's trying to break the DRS. Daniel's not relenting there as they come down here onto the main straight. Lap 6 of 20, and Kaz leads away from Daniel, Brian, Jetman. Tyler's still in there, and we've got a really bit of a DRS train all the way down, as you said before, Governor, all the way down to P13. All of these guys in DRS, finding it hard to break it. But lap 16, this is only a 35% race, correct?
Yes.
So
correct.
It'd be interesting to see when these guys pit. A lot of them on the mediums and a few on the hards. So, Gov?
Yeah, I'm here. I was just trying to get Nishka in again. Unfortunately, he's not online still. So
fair enough. Well, keep doing that, and when hopefully he can get in. Otherwise, Nishka, just go to the Williams catering. I believe it's sausage rolls and hamburgers that are on the menu tonight. in Abu Dhabi. So Daniel comes away. He's got the DRS to be able to deploy here at the DRS zone. Coming around, will he do the sweeper like Kaz did to him 2 laps? Looks up on the inside, but Kaz thinks better of it, defends very well and maintains his position. Meanwhile, Brian T in the RB has really got a nice little run up there on the McLaren, but thinks better of it and stays as they are. So the first 5 starting to put their authority over this race. Cristiano, he's still hanging in there in the Aston Martin in 6th. Breadman in 7th, the Alpine Ops in the and the 2 Ferraris doing Ferrari things, as you could see. Brandy's now boxing. He's the first of our boxers tonight. So he's coming on to get those mediums away, so he'll be going to hards. Meanwhile, at the front, Kaz in P1. He's now 7/10. This time he could be really starting to stretch out, trying to break DRS. He's almost outside of the DRS zone of Daniel, but just this one time, Daniel needs to hold in. Otherwise, he's going to be under a lot of pressure from Brian, and particular Jetman. They are starting to stretch away. Cristiano still down there in 6th and Breadman down there in 7th. Ops. So these top 8 going through, but there hasn't been real major break until you get to P12. So at the end of this chicane, good apex move. Kaz still leading the way. Daniel now 4/10 away. Got the DRS. Looking on board. We're going to ride on board here with Daniel. He looks up on the inside. Kaz is able to hold it firm, but they run side by side. This is great racing from our 2 leaders. The McLaren looks up on the outside. Does he dart on the inside here? No, he doesn't. Thinks better of it, and Kaz maintains his lead. Great battle here at the front. Brian and Jetman have got front row seats to a fantastic battle here in the front. We come around the grid, down onto the main straight. Lap 7 of 20. Breadman's got himself a penalty as well as the full guy. Our 2 guys, there's a few guys now. They're starting to come through. Jetman, who was in P4, is pitted. Cristiano, Ops, and Claire. Be interesting to see where these guys come out and whether they can use the advantage of those fresher tyres and be able to leapfrog them. So Kaz and Daniel and Brian really need to be wary. Don't want to be staying out there too much longer, these 3 guys in front. Otherwise, they might see Jetman leapfrogging him down there. He's now coming out of the pits, Jetman. So he's completed it. He is on the hards. Hopefully, he'll be able to get out in front. Yes, he has. He's got clean air. Can he use the advantage of these fresh, hard tyres? They do take a little bit longer to get up to speed. Up front, Kaz, Daniel, and Brian in P1, 2, and 3. They're coming down the second DRS. Now Daniel looking up on the inside, puts it there, but Kaz thinks better of it. However, Daniel gets the better traction coming out of this hairpin, but Kaz has hung it out there. He knows where to put this car and defend like his life depends on it, and a great defensive move there by Kaz. Maintains the rage in lead, and Daniel stays in P2 with Brian, and this is really causing a problem for these guys as they battle out. They're just slowing it down. Will Jetman leapfrog him in the pits? So Daniel's come in, Brian's come down, Kaz has continued on those tyres. He goes for another lap. Does the Haas driver, is this a team play from the Haas guys? Is Kaz there trying to be a bit of a scapegoat or a guinea pig for Jetman? Who knows as we play it out. We've got 11 laps to go. So Tyler, Daniel, will Daniel come out? So Daniel was seeing in P2. I'm riding on board here as well with Jetman, who's coming down the main straight. He's coming around turn 1. Is Daniel going to be able to leapfrog? It's going to be neck and neck as we come across in Sector 1. Daniel looks like he's just, they're going side by side. Daniel's been able to do the deal, but he's going to have warmer tyres. Jetman in P5. Does he duck up on the inside? No, he doesn't. But Jetman in all of that has been able to leapfrog Brian, who's about 1.5 seconds down the track, down the road. So it hasn't worked out for Brian. Kaz and Breadman and Bucking Daniel, who's effectively a race leader once Kaz boxes. However, Jetman's looking up on the inside. He thinks better of it. Doesn't take the move as we go through the S's. Good move, good exit. Daniel needs to get the traction out. We want to see what Kaz does here as he comes through the stadium section, through the hotel, underneath the hotels. But more warnings for Slush. Does he box this time? Kaz, and now Kaz does. So, Daniel, 13 or about 17 seconds.
Ooh.
Daniel's going to leapfrog him. This is not going to work out well. Sorry, Gov, you're going to say.
Yeah, Kazuto nearly lost it into the pits, actually lost the back.
He did, didn't he?
And then he went into the left-hand side of the wall. And as you were saying, it's Tonne just gets 3 second. Jetman, Daniel T coming around the final corner. How long is it going to be? Are they going to be able to get the jump? They are going to get the jump. The question is how far, far by, though? Because there is a massive train behind Jetman, as you can see. It's, it's very, very interesting. SJ was just relaxing for those. Yes, I was relaxing, Winter. I've got to let the man talk. You know, I can't talk all the time.
I do apologise. I didn't want to take over, and but yeah, Kaz has been able to get himself in P3, so he's dropped 2 positions. Brian, he's been able to leapfrog. I think Brian got himself held up in traffic, maintaining P4. So the top 4, they've a bit of a scramble, but Brian and Jetman. So can Jetman utilise those warmer, hard tyres? I reckon they're all up to temperature now, Governor.
Yeah, definitely. It's been an absolutely fantastic night for Haas so far. Yeah, P2 and P3 doing an absolutely fantastic position at the moment. Brian doing great as well. And as you can see, there's hardly anything in it from P8 all the way up to P1 in that DRS train. Brandy needs to be careful he doesn't lose the DRS on Brian, though. We'll use probably none in that closing sector of Sector 3 to slow it down and try and maintain some ERS. But at the moment, it is literally an 8-way battle. But there is 2 pens in there, though. You've got Brett down there in P9 with a pen, and also Tyler. But the battle is between the Hasses and the McLaren. The question is when are they going to execute it? Is it going to be a shake and bake, or are they going to just time it? They're going to have to do something soon, because they've got the rest of the cars behind gaining.
Exactly. The one thing I'd like to know, though, I mean, is this the first time you've seen Jet do Kaz? Are they hooked up? Are they talking, communicating, trying to do a strategy, or are they really just fighting their own race, obviously to impress the TPs? I mean, this is Jetman's first time in this series, so he's obviously trying to put his best foot forward to make sure that he gets a seat in the season.
I'm not sure. I think he's been a bit unfortunate due to obviously I think last week his air conditioning broke, and being in a rig for a period of time can be pretty bad. So it's good to see him on the grid, and I think from tonight they're really showing it. And we've seen in these races now, this is the last race, so this is the last time to show what you're capable of, and they're doing that tonight, and they're doing it in a car with Fat Cat obviously watching and having a look. But we've also got to take into account they are not the only ones. There's still 19 other drivers on the grid. Yes, they're in different positions, but at the moment the top 5 are doing a phenomenal job as well. And the rest as well. But these 2 are probably the ones to watch out for at the moment, because they are having a fantastic night. Kazuto as well, being a very, very new driver into the league, he's doing phenomenal. We've seen him in pre-season. We saw him in the showcase races. The guy has got a lot of potential. But when you look at this division, this is just one track pre-season. Like, how is it going to go when we kick off on Monza next week?
Exactly. So Monza's the opening track. What a way to kick off the season. You're 100% correct. So these 4 guys, they're doing what needs. The TPs are looking. So all they can do is prove it out on track, and then hopefully they'll get the selection.
Yeah, that's it. That is it in a nutshell. And it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. There is. Did someone just leave the session? I might have just lost someone leaving the session there. Hopefully we can get them back, but I don't know who that was. So
I think it. Yeah, I know you're on board as well, or just taking a look. Cristiano. Well, I'm just going to refer to him as Ronaldo. It's probably the best way. Has got the Aston Martin up into P5. He's about 2 seconds away from the top 4. But Brandy on the outside looks like he's going to reclaim it. And he does on the outside. A nice little re-overtake by the Ferrari. And it looks like he's been able to fix his problems. I know at the start of this race, Gov, did mention he was jumping all over the screen. Don't know if it was a glitch or a desync, but he seems to have been able to fix that problem and has got himself up to P5, 2 and a bit seconds away from the top 4. But nice little battle there. These top 4 are definitely now starting to flex their muscles and starting to stretch away. The 2 Haases, they're trying to work in tandem. Whether they try and get the 1-2, or they're just for themselves. Not too sure here. Daniel has got those tyres up to temperature as we go through sector 1 to the hairpin. And he's now about half a tenth. So Jetman's still just keeping him close enough. A little bit of a red flash, so harvesting a little bit of energy there, Jetman. DRS is being deployed. And the timing from these guys has been absolutely sensational. They were been the top 4 in qualifying. They've been top 4 in the track as well. And they are really proving their worth here tonight in the last pre-season here in Abu Dhabi. Before we get to the real stuff, down the second DRS zone, and Daniel is leading away. Jetman just tucked in before Paz. Cristiano and Brandy are having a nice little battle there as well, coming through the hairpin. Brandy's looked up on the inside of Cristiano. I'm just going to refer to him as Ronaldo, Governor. I can't pronounce Cristiano correctly. Must be an Australian thing, mate.
It's Wogjet.
It's Wogjet.
It's Wogjet.
Oh, it's Wogjet. Refer to him that.
There you go. That might be easier.
Wogjet. That's it. Very good.
The
only guy that you can actually call that and he doesn't get bloody offended, which is great. So, yeah. Yes.
Great battle.
So, yeah. Sorry, I do apologise.
No, you're good. It's a great battle between Brandy and...
Did you figure out who jumped out?
No, I think it may be... I don't know who it is. I'm trying to work it out. I can't... No, I don't know who it is. I'm trying to work it out. I'm looking at ERS, but no, I'm not sure. I haven't been told in the chat either, so I can't do anything at the moment. If we know, then I'll do something. But I'll tell you something. I'm just looking at this battle at the moment.
Huni left. It was Huni.
All right, okay. All right, I'll quickly send him an invite back. We don't normally do this through the main com, so we will get it. Will be the co-coms that will be doing the invites, but
right, okay, yep, fair enough.
It's fine. It's only it's pre-season, so we'll try and get him in. There we go. But I do want to say, we'll just get back onto the racing. As Brian is just sticking with these Hasses at the moment, and he's just waiting for a mistake. You can just see it. He's. I don't know if he's hurting his tyres at the moment, but yeah, he's just staying there. Kazuto may be getting a little bit impatient here. You may want to try and get past. I don't obviously their teammates at the moment on track, but I don't think they're communicating unless they think one of these guys want to win the race.
No.
So I don't know how this is going to go. But you can see Kazuto is getting a little bit impatient. The question is, he doesn't want to do anything too soon or too eager and jeopardise both of them because they're both in the DRS of Daniel T. Jetman goes too far to the left-hand side and gets a 3 seconds. So that's going to be a smile on the face of Kazuto, even though he is battling for a seat, and so is Jetman as well. That's going to be music to Brian's ears as well now. So the question will be, will we see Kazuto go for a move down this main straight? It's extremely difficult to get the move, but we'll see Jetman make the move on Daniel T. If he can get closer to him. He's 7 tenths back, so he's lost a bit of time. 38% on the ERS. Kazuto, 32. He's not executing it. People do execute it on the first DRS and forget about the second one. That is the main thing about this track. You need to save it for this second DRS zone because it's the slower area in Sector 3 where you are going to build that ERS back up. So let's see what we're going to see here. Jetman staying with Daniel T. Is he going to make the move? We see Kazuto not making a move. Brian's getting closer. Jetman is even getting closer to Daniel T. He doesn't make the move. So Daniel T is going to live another day. Joe.
Exactly, which is great. It's been a great battle here at the top front.
Ooh.
Now, I know that you mentioned...
Both got 3. Both houses are 3 seconds, so Brian is looking at a P2, and Daniel is going to be laughing his head off. Not at them, but with the penalty.
Yes, very true. He sort of probably thought that's probably given him a bit of a relief. He knows that if he can keep those 2 guys now in DRS and behind him, that's going to give him a roadblock between him and Brian in the RB. So a really good advantage now set here from Daniel. Also, just a big shout out, as you mentioned before we started, Claire, our very own female driver, the only one, is up 10 positions in the race, all the way from P18 up to P8. Great performance from Claire.
Yeah, 100%. I actually had a conversation with her in DMs, and she said that she didn't think she had the potential and was going to struggle. But honestly, a woman driver, and we've seen George Morgan has just announced the women's series in F1 25 as well, which is a massive addition, and it's a great idea. It's not just males; anyone can play the game, and it just shows that she is competing with, as I know, 18 other gentlemen. So if you're not a guy, I do apologise.
No, exactly.
So
and good on her for getting out there. And we need more women in F1.
Definitely.
Absolutely. And in a car. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yep.
I agree. And we have been talking a lot about this top 5. I am going to jump away from that and give some of the other guys some screen time, because I'll tell you something.
Go.
Abu Dhabi has been a fantastic track for battles and action, especially in this stadium section here. You've got Brandy, Wogjet, or known as Ronaldo to you, Tyler, Claire, also Brett involved in that. Then you go a little bit further down, you've got Spotty Dotty, a little bit on his own there, Slushy 3.5 seconds, but he's got Bunkin Bronco for company, who has had a bit of an issue with the lag tonight, so hopefully that will be sorted going into the season. Toe, not finger, not hands, toe in P13. I'm going to enjoy doing that. Down there in P13, a new driver, so obviously getting to grips with it and doing a great job in that P13 position. Karubi had a bit of a difficult start there. Nishka, I think, maybe back in the car. I'm not sure. I think he could be. I know he
racing, boys.
He is racing. Oh, there we go. Look.
Yeah, racing, boys.
He is racing. We'll let him concentrate.
Get a poll in the chat. Am I going to catch Karubi? Get that in there.
Well, there we go, mate. So long as you didn't have too many pizzas at the Williams catering, you should be okay. You know what? You want to take away that excess weight as you come down. But yeah, you're 1.2 seconds in this. You never know. You could get there.
It's actually
I think my car's had a few too many pizzas. I've got 4 laps over of fuel.
It's actually it's the first time
there we go.
A driver commentate at the same time. Love to see it. It won't happen in the real racing next week, so let yourselves be a bit lucky there. We've got Cookie.
Never say never. Never say never, Gov.
True, that's true. You got Cookie in P16, and look at this. Look, you got battles in the top, you got battles in the midfield, and you got battles at the last spot as well, which is really good to see. These guys not giving up, showing a potential, even though they would not score points, but they're still going for it, which is really, really good to see. The question is Brian going to get even more fed up being in that P4 position? He knows he's got P2 locked in. His 4.2 second gap to Wogjet here at the moment in that P5, who's been very impressive, and really, really good to see him do very well there as well. And Brandy as well, and also Claire, and she will go up into P7 with Tyler with that penalty as well. And we've got Bread down there in P9. Spotty Dotty is trying to get to the back of them. Will he get to the back of them before the last couple of laps? We'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to jump on board with Claire for a POV, and I'm going to let you take that one away, Joe.
No problems at all. So she's driving around in that beautiful white RB, which I believe is the best livery. Obviously, the new liveries start launch, I believe. If it's tomorrow, I believe the Red Bulls will be launching. So let's see what their livery is like. But anyway, Claire coming around the hairpin. She's got Breadman behind her for company, and as well as in front, Tyler in the box that is the Alpine, who are moving to Mercedes engines this year. And hopefully they can actually improve on their wonderful performance of P10. Through the hotel section goes Claire around the way in this little bit of a DRS, which is being held up by Brandy and Wogjet in P5 right through. So it's a really good battle with these top 4. Second last lap, so 19 of 20. And Claire's doing really, really well. Hanging on to the back of them. She's not letting them go as they come through this really tricky turns 2 and 3. The car can get a little bit unstable. Cristiano Ronaldo, Wogjet, is looking for a dart. And we've also got a Williams in there. He's just getting out of the road. And who would that be? Would that be Noah Honey just trying to get out of the road, mate? Just pull over to the left like you're on the freeway, mate, and just let the fast people go past. Okay, that'd be a good thing. Anyway, not a good day for the Williams. We've got one in the catering. We've got one getting lapped. So they won't be happy over there. Running still on board with Claire, if I'm correct, Governor, through the apex. Down, DRS deployed. We've got Cristiano, we've got Brandy P5, P6 for them, Tyler P7, and Claire, who's battling away here, trying to find a way past the Alpine. And we're about to go on the final lap with our top 4, Governor, or are we going to stay on board here with Claire?
No, we can mix that up. We'll go from the top four, and then
Yep,
we'll go
rightio.
through. So you've got Daniel.
Keep going.
Dan-
I've got Daniel now. Last lap. So here it is. This is it for all the box and dice. We've got Daniel currently leading. He's been given a nice little cushion here by the two Haasers who have not given up position, and that's making Brian's life an absolute hellhole. So Daniel just wants to keep this way as he goes around for the last time to the, as I like to refer to it, the Max Verstappen hairpin. Hits that apex quite nicely. Down to the first DRS here for the last time. The McLaren looking very smooth and comfortable. He looks like he's going to hang on here. This is probably the second last opportunity. Brian really needs to make a move, and he's not making a move at all. He's just too far back from these two Haasers. Daniel goes away, gets up onto the accelerator, deploys his ERS for the very last time. Foot flat to the floor. And it looks like the McLaren's going to have, Daniel's probably going to have all the answers here tonight, so long as he doesn't make a stupid mistake as we go through Sector 3 for the final time. And oh, there's a spinner. Kaz has jumped. He's lost it. He was coming around the hairpin and just got a little bit too twitchy, and the car, he lost it, but he's been able to maintain fourth. But it looks like Daniel is going to be our race winner. Jetman's going to drop down, and he's probably going to, that spin by Kaz is going to cost him a podium. Across the line we go. Daniel, Jetman, Brian's been able to get P2. Kaz is going to come across in P4, but it's going to be the Ferrari of Brady, and Wogjet gets P5. Claire finishes in P7, Breadman P8. Tyler, who's been leapfrogged by Spotty in P9. Tyler's going to round out our top 10. No, Bunky and Bronco in the Ferrari has been able to eclipse him in P10 as we go around the rest of it. Heads, shoulders, knees and toes in P13 at the moment. He'll be our last one coming through in the McLaren. And he comes through. Nicely done. Nishka in P14 after he spent the first half of the race in the Williams catering van eating all their pies and chips. But he was able to get back into the track. Ops in P15. We've got Cookie in 16, 17, Full Guy, Noah Henry, and we're not too sure about the Kick Sauber in P20. Questions will be asked of him after the race. And that's it. Over and out.
Yes. What a obviously with the start, a little bit, a few tech issues, but we all have them. But apart from that,
yes,
when we got underway into quali, obviously in the later stages of quali and into the race, it was a fantastic battle through the top four, and then obviously 5 down to P8, and then obviously down there from P8 downwards. So a lot of things to look at, a lot of things for the TPs to look at. And as you know, this season we obviously have the little demographics come up here. Race winner, fastest lap, driver of the day, most overtakes. So driver of the day goes to the game. We will not be voting on that this season. It will be the game that decides. But the cleanest driver does get a point. So that would go to Wogjet. So congratulations to him. If it was a league race, which it isn't. So
there's a definite glitch in the game if there's calling Wogjet the cleanest driver on track. There's just no chance of that. But anyway, we continue on.
Yeah, there we go. Got Daniel T, Brian, and Jetman take your top 3. Then Brandy, Wogjet, Kazuto, Claire, Breadman, Spotty Dotty, Bunkin Bronco, Tyler, Slushy, Toe, Nishka, Optus Tryhard, Cookie, Karubi, Full Guy, Noah, Ahuni, and the fast lap goes to Slushy with a 25.606 and only one retirement, which it shouldn't have happened in the first place because I was not there, and I shouldn't have been there. I am just going to change. I'm just going to change something very, very quickly because I'm going to bring this up, but I'm just going to lose the audio for a second. But while I do this, hang on, bear with me. 2 seconds. I'm just going to do a few fixes. There we go. I just didn't get this screen sorted. But first of all, Pajana, what was your thoughts? To that race, all in all.
Absolutely, mate. Great race. Battle of the top 4 guys. I mean, Daniel, congratulations on the win. He didn't make a mistake where you saw Jetman and Kaz at the very end obviously cost himself a podium, but It's going to show you those penalties, particularly in the top 4 or 5. It's going to cost you podiums. It's also going to cost you wins. But a good win by Daniel, and he'll be looking excited for the season ahead.
Definitely. It's obviously these are the places to show, what you're capable of and what you can do. And they've definitely showed that tonight. And obviously some interesting selections there. Some highlights. Obviously Jetman showed what he's capable of. Obviously a very good night for WorldJet as well. I think it's going to be a great season. I can't wait to see them all on the track.
Yes.
I'm going to let you take this one away, actually. We have the draft order on the screen. So we've been doing this. We've been doing this from the get-go, from all pre-season. I've just been giving a little bit people updates on that. So, just let all the audience know what you've got to look forward to and who is the first pick for the draft order. Over to you.
So the draft order. Okay, let me just get it up myself here. Because I did have it, bear with me. But I just want to make sure that this is exactly the same sort of draft order that was in most of the things. So obviously Ferrari go first. Yep. Is that correct? Am I correct? And then it goes Mercedes and then goes down. So do we start? Maybe you might want to go how your draft works. It might be a little bit different, but the Ferraris will kick off selection 1. Is that for Division 1? Is it?
No, it's across all 5.
No. Okay. So that's the way that it goes for all 5 divisions. So you might want to explain, because I'm just trying to. I can see it's in a random order. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So basically,
Yeah,
that's fine. So basically how it works is the draft is we've gone for a bit of a different system if people don't understand. So how the draft order works, normally you would do division by division. That is how we used to do it. This time we wanted the TPs to be a bit more strategic on how they pick. They're either going to go for fast drivers, they're either going to go for consistent point scorers or championship winner. So this time Ferrari get to choose from, they've obviously got the first pick. We know that Lamb's going to go for Jono. It's a no-brainer, but for instance, he's got a choice from Division 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So wherever he wants to concentrate on the most. And it's the same for every single TP.
That's great. So in other words, you could basically look at this and say, you know what, rather than, I've got my best chance, and you could actually, let's take the Ferrari. He gets the first pick, but when he comes up at pick number 11, he could take the fastest Tier 3 or Tier 4 driver because he's still up for grabs. Which is, it's going to make it, that's a really good strategy. I like it. Yep. It's a good little draft. It makes the TPs think. That's a really good idea. Good work.
More pressure. It doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. They have 40 seconds to choose a driver. So I would be quite worried because I do waffle. I can talk. Yeah. If I talk for 15 or 20 seconds, you've got 20 seconds to pick your driver. If they do not pick their driver within that 40 seconds, it moves on to the next team and they miss out.
Wow. Okay. So just pick a driver, guys. Hopefully you got your lists ready and have them in order. And just, if it was me, if I was a TP, I'd be looking at every one of my divisions, taking a look at the top 5 to 6 drivers that I wanted to, and as they get picked, you just tick it off, and then you make a decision and already have it ready to go. Because you take a look, let's say you're Ferrari, for instance, you got the first one. If I was a TP and I was looking at this, if I'm the Ferrari guy, I've got a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. You've got a good 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes between picks. So you've got enough time to actually get your ducks in a row, and so it's going to be exciting to see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm looking really, really forward to it. And obviously Kick are in a very good position. So VCAR, pick 5, and then obviously pick 16. So it's going to be quite interesting. They're right in the middle there. It's a very strategic way to do it. It's something that we've thought of. We wanted to mix it up a little bit, and obviously countdown last season was 60 seconds. So this season it's 40 seconds because we thought it was a bit too long. So
right, okay.
So Calco,
when's the draft? When's the draft now? When's the draft
Friday?
Beautiful. I'll tune in for that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Just to your comment, Calco. Yes. So how it works is Ferrari obviously have pick 1. They can pick any driver across the 5 divisions. then it's the same for Mercedes and so on and so on and so on and so on. Obviously, the most unfortunate team is Haas because they get picked 10. But you never know because it depends on where the TP wants to go their first choice. They may want to concentrate on the lower division and get that done. They may want to concentrate on consistency or commitment and look at 2 and 3. They may want to look at competitiveness and look at 1 and 4. I'm not saying that none of them are competitive. It's just how they want to do it. So it's basically all down to the TP. Little bit of pressure. We wanted to, up it a little bit. So the guy that I spoke to wanted 20 seconds, but I thought no, because they're going to be biting all their fingers and they'll have no fingernails, no hair left. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to scare them because we may want them to be TPs next season. So we thought 40 seconds is ample. I'll probably talk to them for a bit, but they'll have plenty of time. So they're going to have to be, switched on and, really, really good. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I have got one more person in here, which I will bring in, but I'm just going to say, Pajala, mate, thank you very much for jumping in. I really appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you, obviously, during the season. It's great to have you on board and a great addition. And, look forward to doing more commentating with you throughout season 10.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And hopefully next time I've actually got the technical glitches out and we've got it all working. So I'm looking forward to it.
No worries, mate.
Excellent, bud.
Big shout out to Pajala and obviously whatever division we will find out in the schedule in the next few days of where everyone's going to be commentating. So you will see more of this guy. May not be with me, maybe with someone else. So I'm sure he'll get to grips and we'll be all rosy when we get going for Division 3 or 4. I think I'm trying to remember which ones you were doing. But appreciate it, mate. And enjoy the draft.
Mate. I look forward to it. So I'm going to leave it to that. Hey, thanks very much for letting me jump in and co-commentate with you. It's been a blast, and looking forward to the season ahead.
Anytime. Thanks, Pajala.
Legend. Catch you guys.
See you, man. Take care. All right, I'm going to bring one more person in who did have a little bit of unfortunate events tonight. We're not going to go too long because obviously there is a lot to do. But Nishka, I want to say a massive thanks to all the hard work that you've been doing behind the scenes. But just want to touch a little bit of base on your thoughts of pre-season, because pre-season can be quite interesting. It can be, we've had some pre-seasons. I think we had a pre-season in Australia before you were here. I think it was about 2-3 seasons ago. Some people may know this. We actually had the first ever red flag, I think, across the whole of the Oceania community. It was an absolute shit show, I've got to say. It was a massive accident which took out 6 cars, and we had the red flag. But what's been your thoughts of pre-season across the 2 races?
Across these 2 races, I think it's been pretty good. I think there's been a lot of enthusiasm around the league and a lot of guys trying to get involved, especially new guys, and they're really trying to put their foot forward to try and get a seat, which has been really pleasing. And then I feel like a fair few of the more experienced ones as well, once they've seen these guys sort of coming in, going, giving it a crack, they've gone, hang on, I need to step it up as well. So it's been actually really competitive. The racing's been really good. I think it's been pretty tight. But I think even outside of these 2 weeks, like that period over the Christmas where we had the trial races, draft showcase, that sort of thing. The amount of guys that were getting involved was really encouraging, and just seeing the drivers and that wanting to be involved, wanting to get in, it drives us on to make the league as good as we can, and so I think it makes the job easy. I'd say, SJ. I don't know about your thoughts of that, but it makes the job easier. It makes it like a pleasure to do the job when you're seeing the guys putting in the effort, and that's the reward for doing it in my eyes. So yeah, it's been pleasing, mate. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, but saying that, I can't wait to get started this weekend, mate.
Yeah, I know. There's people that keep constantly asking me to start it now, and I'm like, no, I can't. We've got to plan everything. But no, I think the pre-seasons have been great. It's been great to have different commentators, different voices, some new bonds in the comms box. as well, which has been really, really good. And obviously new variety. It's always good to have new additions. Fresh faces, unknown drivers you don't know anything about. We saw a lot in Division 4. We saw a few tonight. We've seen a few in Division 1, a few in Division 2, across the board, really, which is going to make the team principals it's going to make their decisions more difficult, because these guys haven't done much, and sometimes you can't make a decision on one race. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be tough, but all team principals have got a model that they want to fill. You've obviously got a system how you want the DPs to work, and what we've seen great racing. Yes, we've seen a few incidents and stuff, but we've not seen anything disappointing. Yeah, we saw a few incidents yesterday, but there was a few tech issues with people's wheels and stuff. So hopefully we're getting sorted, and lag and internet and all that. But all in all, the racing has been fantastic. Like tonight, we saw the five-way battle for the top, and as I was saying to Bajala, that's just one race. This is a pre-season race. It still matters, because obviously you're fighting for a seat. If you don't get a seat, obviously it's unfortunate, but there's still opportunity. So don't get disheartened. But across the board, across the two races in themselves, in Brazil and Abu Dhabi, I think the racing's been fantastic, and a lot of respect on track, and that's what we want moving forward.
I think the thing that's most impressed me over the pre-season as well is that even though we're not stewarding these races, they've been really clean, and all the racing's been super respectful. But it's been hard racing. Like, everybody's been laying it on the line. So I've been super encouraged by what I've been seeing. And I can't wait to see what some of these guys do during the season. There's some names that I didn't even know them before, or there's guys that I didn't think were the quickest guys, and then they've shone out of nowhere. And it's, like you said, it's going to make it really hard for these TPs, because there's been some guys that have been putting in super consistent, not just over these 2 weeks, but even in their draft showcases and that. So it's going to be interesting to see which TPs have been noting them, because I've been jotting these guys down in the back of my head.
Yeah, definitely. And this is going to be the hardest thing now for the TPs to put their lists, formulate them together, and then obviously execute that plan on Friday night. And talking about that is the end of pre-season. I just want to say a big thanks to everyone, the commentators, everyone behind the scenes, Nishka, Dito, Wonton, Lambs jumped in as well, customer relations, our graphics designers, everyone, all the commentators, all the new commentators. We've got quite a few names. I want a massive shout out to NA as well. Right, they've been trying. They've finally expanded to a second division, which is full, which is amazing. So is Division 1. It's going to be fantastic. They've got 4 commentators in there doing that stream. So big shout out to NA. Jump on and check them out. Rush Racing, I think it's Rush Racing NA and EU. So check them out on Twitch. They've got a separate Twitch that they're building up, and it's getting there. So it's really, really good to see. You'll hear the likes of Gamer Hawk on comms, Rekus, Bands, and also a new commentator called CCR, I think, or CCX as well. So really, really good to have those additions. I think Wonton has put the stewards and got a plan there. It's great to see more drivers still coming in. Unfortunately, tonight is the last night. So if you are listening in now, you need to be DMing either myself, Dido, or Wonton, or Nishka if you want a full-time seat, because this is the time. We are going to be sitting down. We're going to be going through all the drivers. There'll be an announcement tonight. So if you want to stay up late, fair enough. I don't think it's a Friday night. Well, yeah, it's not Friday night yet. Otherwise, it would be the weekend. I'm wishing the days away very, very quickly. So tonight, there'll be an announcement that will go out. It will give you the list of where you are all going to be racing, and what division you will be in. So get excited for that. And then there's obviously a big TP meeting tomorrow, which Nishka will be taking on. And then obviously we've got the big night on Friday night. 7 p.m. is where it all means and where it all happens. Good luck to every single one of you. Thank you very much for your commitment, your time, your support, everything. Let's get as many people as we can. Get your neighbours in, get your mates, get your work colleagues in, your dog, your fish, your cat, your budgie, everyone watching the stream, because it's going to be fantastic. I'll be hosting the stream. There'll be, obviously in the background, we'll be doing, obviously, the picks that Nishka will be letting the TPs know. Anything from you before I close it out?
I just want to say a big thank you to all the drivers and a big thanks to yourself, mate, and obviously Dito once on. Just a big thank you to everybody. I can't wait for draft night, and I'll let's get the season started.
There we go. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. And as Nishka did say, thank you very much to all the drivers, every single new driver that has jumped in, all the reserves, everyone jumping up as well and putting the time and the commitment. We really, really do appreciate it. Get ready, get practicing. Monza is the first race, so you are aware of what is going on. So if you haven't got a seat or you don't think you're going to get a seat, still practice. If you think you're guaranteed to get drafted, still practice. Monza is around the corner. It kicks off on Saturday, full Division 1 at 7:30 p.m. AEDT. And then we also have the draft on the Friday, which is the biggest thing yet. Thank you very much to all of our followers as well. Calco for the resub. Really appreciate that. Noah Hooney, thank you very much for the follow. Zero Tolerance. Dawson, not fingers, not hands, but toe. And also Wega Grosjean as well. Welcoming Jet. Thank you very much for joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. If you were racing, if that is Jetman himself. Thank you very much to all of our sponsors as well. An affiliate this season, SRC, SimLab, and once again for season 10, Pagnian and AI369. It is me. Awesome. Thank you very much, Jetman, for jumping in as well. Congratulations to everyone that did win the pre-season races. And I am over and out. And I will see you on a big night on Friday where it all kicks off, where you find out if you've got a seat or you haven't. Good night.